call to order the city council meeting for the city of Rainbow City for Monday, October 13th, 2025. I'm going to have Brother Gary Cardwell lead us in an invocation to be followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. Would you stand?
Let's pray. Lord, we're thankful for another council meeting and ask for your wisdom as it convenes. Again, we are thankful for the dedication, service, and leadership of each council member, our legal counsel, and city clerk. We ask for a spirit of unity as matters of business are presented. We're so appreciative of each department and employee as they are vital to maintaining our services to our community. And we're also thankful for our top-notch police and fire departments that are always highly trained and ready to respond, protecting our community as well. We ask for safety and protection on each one. We also ask for your protection over all of our schools, all of our precious children, the faculties, and all of that goes into our education process in our community. We thank you again for your continual blessings on this city, and ask for your continual to do so. In Christ's name I pray. Amen.
Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. If you turn your cell phones to off or vibrate position, we'd appreciate it. And I'll ask the clerk, Beth Lee, if she'll do a roll call.
Anita Bedwell. Here. Randy Weiss. Here. Jeff Prince. Here. Jamison Jenkins. Here. Clark Hopper. Here. Mayor Taylor.
Here. Number 5 is to approve the minutes of the regular meeting of September 22nd of 2025, and I'd entertain a motion that we do so.
So moved. Second.
Is there any discussion? Those in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Number 6 is the police department renovation, a large conference room, evidence room, reception room. That bid came in, or the successful bid came in at $34,560. That is considered a public works project, and I'd entertain a motion that we move forward with that renovation.
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Those in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Number 7 is for Turnbach, Warren, Rice, Frederick, and Smith, PC, the hourly rate to change from $180 to $200, and that hasn't changed in probably over 10 years, and we need to move that that hourly rate up. And it'll be made effective 10/1, so we'll backdate this.
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Those in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Number 8 is a proposal. It's the SNME for fiscal year 2026, our MS4 compliance services for environmental consulting services related to the implementation of our stormwater management program plan from 10/1 of 25 to 9/30 of 26. The cost of that is $13,850. And I'd entertain a motion that we enter into that proposal.
So moved. Second.
Is there any discussion? Those in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Number 9 is an agreement for a medical director for the fire department, Dr. Josh Williams, MD, through fully involved medical direction and training services. The cost is $9,000 per year to be paid from the fire district tax starting October 20th, 2025, renewable in 1-year terms. And I'd entertain a motion based on the suggestion from our fire chief that we enter into that agreement.
So moved. Second.
Is there any discussion? Those in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Number 10 is a resolution number 25-22, and it's Rainbow City to enter into an agreement with the state of Alabama and ALDOT for a multi-use trail along Castle Drive from Asher Drive to Lumley Road, and along Lumley Road from Castle Drive to Vivian Lee Maddox Sports Park, Sports Complex. And that ends up being $418,839.52, with the city's match portion would be 20% of the total project. And I'd entertain a motion that we pass that resolution.
So moved. Second.
Is there any discussion? Those in favor by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Number 11 is proclamation number 25-05, and it's for Down Syndrome Advocacy Month. And Katie, do you want to come up and, okay? And I'm going to ask Beth Lee if she'll read the proclamation.
Proclamation number 25-05, Down Syndrome Advocacy Month in October 2025. Whereas Down syndrome is the most frequently occurring chromosomal disorder and is the leading cause of intellectual and developmental delay in the United States, and whereas approximately 1 in 700 children are born with Down syndrome, representing an estimated 6,000 births per year in the United States, with approximately 85 of those annual births occurring here in Alabama. And whereas possessing a wide range of abilities, people with Down syndrome are active participants in educational, occupational, social, and recreational circles of our communities. And whereas, yet despite significant increases in lifespan and intellectual opportunities over the past decade, there is still much work to be done regarding the rights to equality, inclusion, education, medical care, research, employment, and support for people with Down syndrome. And whereas the City of Rainbow City encourages all citizens to work together to celebrate the lives of individuals with Down syndrome and remember to appreciate and regard every individual with dignity as a valued member of the community. And whereas through public awareness, the City of Rainbow City supports the initiatives of organizations working to ensure people with Down syndrome have adequate services, are valued by society, and can lead fulfilling and productive lives in our community. Therefore, I, Joe Taylor, as mayor of the City of Rainbow City, do hereby proclaim the month of October 2025 as Down Syndrome Advocacy Month in support of individuals with Down syndrome, as well as their families, advocates, researchers, and medical professionals. I encourage all Rainbow City citizens to work together to promote respect and inclusion of individuals with Down syndrome and to celebrate their accomplishments and contributions. In witness whereof, I hereunto set my hand and affix the official corporate seal of the City of Rainbow City, Alabama, this the 13th day of October 2025.
So I just wanted to thank, of course, Mayor Joe Taylor and the City of Rainbow City for, as a parent and on behalf of Down Syndrome Alabama, for signing our proclamation and recognizing Down Syndrome Awareness Month. This means so much to not only me, but other parents and every family who loves a person with Down syndrome. Oops. Sorry. Your support shows that inclusion and acceptance truly matter, and I'm just proud to be from this area, so thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good job.
Yes, thank you. You didn't ever get through that.
You shouldn't be having to.
You don't have a Yeah, you don't have a birthday. Okay.
Let's do this.
Yeah. Sure.
Hang on for a second, guys. All right, 1, 2, 3.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, thank you.
We're down to our department reports from, I know that, that Kenneth, you had some announcements that you wanted to make. If you want to come on up, we'll do that.
Mayor Payne.
Mayor, I just wanted to touch on the council, just touch on the cleanup day Saturday. Did it say, you know, the fall cleanup day is, it was the only, about the only Saturday that you could be here with, so we can't do it without you. So the 18th, we will do a citywide cleanup day, and got the county guys, they'll be here, so they'll actually be doing our church's mile. Church does, Little Bend does a mile up to the highway. County's gonna do it this time, and there will be a lot going on with that, so we just wanted to remind, and the fireman's cooking hot dogs, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
They don't know that yet, but they will be.
Well, Craig Hill knows it.
That's
I
right.
figured if Craig knows, everybody knows.
Everybody will know.
Everybody
It'll be
knows.
done, that's for
Yeah.
sure.
But anyway, that's all I got, just, thank you for that, and, it's our fall cleanup day on the books, and, you know, it's not near as big as the one in the spring.
That's right.
Spring's full blown, but.
Yeah, that's when we get a chance to get out there and show out a little
Yeah,
bit.
and we're gonna show out a little bit
Yeah,
Saturday,
that's right.
thank you.
Thank you, Kenneth, we appreciate it. Just can't say enough about what we're doing to keep this city clean, and there's no doubt a big portion of that comes out of Kenneth and his group down there in recycling. We're watching this city, you know, begin to get money not only from ADM, but just getting that involvement from the community to be able to clean up. It's a great thing and a great commentary on this city that over every year since I've been here, we decrease in how much we pick up, and that is a really, really good thing to know, that we're not only adhering to the anti-littering policies that we have, but also just that we're educating our children and the people that are moving into our area to make sure that they're not going out and polluting our waterways, and especially our right-of-ways. And we appreciate Kenneth so much, appreciate what your guys do.
Mayor,
And just let them know that.
report does go to Lisa Douglas' office, and keep it all beautiful.
Right. And I think that's the other thing, is that, you know, that's what allows us to be able to go after that statewide money that's in place right now, and they're trying to give that back. It's money that's ad valorem, that goes on different types of taxes, you know, throughout the state, and it allows for us to go out and try to return that money back to our city and clean our city up all at the same time, and create a recycling program.
And Mayor, I just, excuse me, I can't say enough about Tim Helms.
That's right. Yeah, we appreciate Jonathan Horton, especially Tim Helms and his crew. I mean, Tim with his guys can come in and do so much more than we can, because they are organized. They have systems that they use to be able to pick up and then also dispose of the debris that they get off of our roadside. And it really helps to know that we've got a county government that's willing to come into the cities and support inside the cities. That's pretty rare if you go throughout the South, you know, and look for how county government is maintained. They normally take care for what's going on outside of these city limits. But Jonathan Horton, without a doubt, has just continued to support us. You know, being the former police chief here, we want to say that it was because of that, but honestly, he does it to all the other cities too. So we're just thankful for him and Tim Helms as well. And with that, anyone else? Any of the, Bri?
About 2 weeks ago, I went to the Alabama Municipal Court Clerks and Magistrates Annual Conference at the beach, September 24th through the 27th. There was a lot of discussions being had and different tracks of classes that you could take. And there was one that they were talking about how Governor Ivey is looking into the recidivism rate in Alabama, and how that municipal courts aren't recognized on that team of the recidivism rate. And people are coming out of prison, and then they still have municipal stuff to take care of, which Governor Ivey's team was very shocked that there's no system in place that we can put all of our cases together, and the whole board prison system know that there's municipal cases out there. We already do that here. We already look at who's in, which of our defendants are in jail in other counties, which of our defendants are in prison, which of our defendants are gonna be there for a while, and then go ahead and give them a clean slate. We had an individual here last Thursday. He'd already been in jail at the county for 90-something days. All we had was a traffic ticket for him. Judge gave him credit for time served and told him, you're clean with Rainbow City, just go do what you need to do at the county. So it's amazing that I can see that they're looking at stuff like that, but we're already doing that here. And we do that by looking at Aliquot and Letts and the DOC inmate search to see who is in prison. We had a guy that had a warrant with us still active from 2017. He's in Montgomery County right now on a domestic violence and a burglary charge. He's gonna be there for a while. Judge was like, well, no, process it, it's fine. It's just a misdemeanor, it's not this big, it's a criminal trespass. You know, one of the apartment complex he was banned from, so it wasn't anything bad. There was different cities there that were talking about how the smaller cities don't have as much resources as the bigger cities do to fight the mental health and fight homelessness. And they were like, well, how do we deal with that? And what they're having a hard time seeing is it's not black and white. There is some gray. You have to follow the law, but there is some wiggle room on what you can do. You have resources available. I told them the story of how I found that one of our defendants was a missing persons from Birmingham, and I contacted their family and had them here for court. They couldn't believe that I went above and done something like that. And I mean, I'm here for the people, not what I can get out of it. I mean, I'm here to help these people. We have our toy drive starting with October 14th to December 12th. So you bring a new unwrapped toy if you have a warrant or a suspended license. We'll recall the warrant, set you a court date. We won't charge you the late fee for the suspended license, and we'll get you your clearance that you need. Glencoe Municipal Court is going to come and sit in court with us. The court clerk has talked to her mayor and wants to come see how other courts are doing it, and she has asked if it's okay for her to come sit in on our court. So October 16th, she'll be here. So that'll be a good experience that we can show other cities how well we handle defendants in our court. Thank you.
Thank you, I appreciate it. I've said it over and over again. When I first came into office, there was one question that I asked our judge, Elizabeth Haney, and that is, what do you do for people when they come in and they need to be adjudicated? And her answer was, we find a way to help them. That's the answer. That's the answer for me as far as who we were going to appoint and who will continue to appoint as long as I sit here. Judge Haney is looking at the person, and she's not looking at the crime or those things. Of course she does, but she also understands that there are always those underlying circumstances and things that we have to consider. When you start talking about recidivism, that's one of the things that we looked at the League of Municipalities when I served on that legislative board. Our problem is that we spend a lot of time letting people get out of jail so that we can turn around and put them right back in jail for basically the same thing or an extension of that same thing. We're not helping them any at all. We're not giving them a chance. We love to talk about helping people back up and helping them get on their feet, and then the first thing that we do in some of our municipal courts is to knock them back down. That's not the intent of this court, and I'm so thankful for Bri, Vanessa, Carrie, and then our judiciary group, which are all outside of our building. So, we know that when we bring people in here for our municipal court, it's to try to find a way to get them back on track. It's always their worst day when they come in here. And because of that, we want to make this as pleasant as it can possibly be for it to be such a bad day. And I give a ton of credit to having a forward-thinking, this is not always a bad word, but a progressive judge and judiciary inside this city. And I want you to know that and spread that word back to your people. And we appreciate that. Is there anyone else? Anybody else that would like to speak? If not, we'll go to our council comments, and we'll start with Mr. Hopper.
Okay. Today was a historic day in the Mideast. I want to congratulate the president on getting those hostages back and the bodies that were en route. That is something that is just kind of hard to fathom, that they're even talking about peace. And with us right here at Christmas time, getting ready to go into Thanksgiving and Christmas. And the reason I bring that up too is I lost a friend a few days ago. This community lost some friends. The Alabama City community did when pharmacist Jerry Rogers passed away. Jerry's Pharmacy has been a stronghold in Alabama City for years. And people don't realize Jerry lived on the Nakalula Mountain, and because of the longest yard sale, he got tired of fighting the traffic and he moved to Southside. And his two of his three children, his kids, went to Westbrook, and one's going through Rainbow Middle now. So I just want to pass along to Polly and then Jana and Jennifer and Jason our condolences, because there's a lot of people here that's moved over from Alabama City that they know Jerry. I mean, it's just like being from here and going to Super B, you know. I mean, it's the same neighborhood. It's not a pharmacy, and he knew a lot of people, and he took care of a lot of people. He had a lot of bills. He put a tab on just to make sure you were healthy. Gary, you wanted something?
Just a detail to add to that, I just found out the service will be Thursday at 3 o'clock at Southside Baptist Church.
I figured it would be.
Visitation coming at 12,
And it's gonna be huge.
Craig Carlisle and myself will be officiating the service.
Yeah.
Thursday at 3.
Yeah, him and Craig were good buddies.
Yes.
And I just wasn't sure, I was just sitting here thinking about it, whether he's gonna have it at the funeral home or if Southside Baptist was gonna handle it. But if you knew Jerry, you knew a fine man, because I promise you, if you didn't have the money for your medicine, he put that on a tab, and he didn't care if you paid for it or not. And I mean, he was a millionaire in the heart, I promise you that. Last thing I got is Memorial Day weekend. Wreaths Across America has reached out to me. Me and the mayor got involved with them last year, and they have gotten flags donated to them from Ace Hardware in Italian. If you don't know where that is, obviously you don't go to Johnson's, because it's right next door to Johnson's over there in Italian. But they got enough flags for the 126 military graves in Old Harmony Cemetery. Now, unfortunately, I'll be on a tugboat out in somewhere, Nassau somewhere, and I won't be able to attend. But big thing is December 13th is National Wreath Day. You'll hear me say that a lot, and they like for us to be able to help. And we've been invited as the mayor and the council for both events, weather permitting. There is the November. Irregardless, December 13th will happen. Thank you, Mayor.
Mr. Jenkins.
Thank you, Mayor. Really, the only thing I want to comment on is what Bri talked about. She's absolutely right. What we do in our municipal court and in law enforcement in general is gray. It's not black and white. And when you go to police academy, they teach you about the letter of the law, which is black and white, and they also teach you about something that's called the spirit of the law. And that doesn't just pertain to law enforcement. That translates over into our municipal court. And I am very thankful that Rainbow City has a chief of police and a group of police officers and leaders like Bri who believe in that, because our responsibility in public service is to affect a positive change in the lives of people. We do have a responsibility to uphold and enforce the law, but our number one responsibility is to affect positive change in people's lives. And that's absolutely correct. And if you think about just a common example that I think about is when in law enforcement, when I've stopped a car with someone who they busted windshield, expired tag, mirror hanging off, all these things, you can load them up with citations for. You look, you can tell that the person's just gotten a job, they're really trying to get on the right track, they've got fines that they've been paying on. Am I really going to affect positive change in that person's life if I go and write them $1,000 worth of citations and say, hey, look, I taught you a lesson? No. And that's what we're talking about. And when you have a group of people who work together to make sure that we can give these people the resources that they need to be successful, the impact that can make on someone's life is exponentially huge. And I'm just thankful for the leaders that we have at Rainbow City that believe in that kind of work.
Mr. Vice.
You know, I'd like to echo those comments as well, Brian. Justice without grace is not justice. And I think our court system here in Rainbow City, our police department, shows grace to a lot of people. And I think that's a testimony to not just each and every one of you, but the people that raised you as well too. Because in our country, we try to treat people with a golden rule like we want to be treated. And I think that speaks volumes for you and your entire department, and including the judicial branch all the way up through. Today was about safety, community health, but all of these come back to quality of life, why people want to live here, why people want to start companies here. And we tend to go back to that because that's what keeps us in business. But without these underlying foundations of just human decency, whether it be breast cancer awareness, which is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, whether it be the Down syndrome awareness, all of this is human decency. And that's what I love about this city, because we got a whole lot of decent people here. And a lot of people who on first look may not appear to be decent, it's kind of like Councilman Jenkins said, they may just be having a bad run of it. I think we've all been there at some point in our lives. And I think what you guys do and what our entire city does, we welcome people. I was thinking today that there's 2 more days left in Hispanic Heritage Month. And what would our city be without diversity? Not just Hispanic, Latino heritage, but also all the other ethnic groups that we have. It creates an environment that makes you want to experience different things. And you realize that no matter what culture people come from, in the end, we're all creatures created in the image of a living God. And as long as we get that, nothing else matters, because that'll take care of itself. God bless y'all for what you do. Thank you.
Mr. Prince?
Thank you, Mayor. Having missed the last meeting, I've got quite the list tonight. That's a joke, I'm
Is there a
kidding.
motion to adjourn?
A little levity sometimes doesn't hurt. I also want to thank Bri for what you do, and our chief of police here, Camp Yancey, and our whole police department, our fire department. We get to see it firsthand, what you guys do. The general public probably does not all the time, unless they get stopped, of course. That's a whole nother subject, but we do appreciate so much the hard work and the just the common courtesy that is afforded to individuals. Like Coach Vice said, we are all created by God in His image, and it doesn't matter what you look like, where you come from. We're all the same inside. So thank you for what you do in the court system. The number 9 that we passed tonight, the agreement for the medical director with Dr. Williams, who I know is a fine physician at the Riverview, in charge of the ER. He will be a tremendous asset, I know, to our team here in the fire department. They do a wonderful job, but to add that on top of that, we're number 1 and something else again, I'm pretty sure, coming up. So cleanup day, Kenneth, thank you for all you do, for keeping us in line at least twice a year to get the roads clean. And like the mayor said earlier, it is a testament to just a general attitude of people, not throwing things out on the road. That really drives me crazy now. The older I get, the worse it bothers me, I guess. And the more times you go out in those ditches and cleaning that stuff up and loading the bags, the more it bothers you. So thank you for keeping us on track with that. The Down syndrome, I think probably advocacy that we passed that proclamation or did a proclamation for. I think we all know somebody or have somebody in our family or friend groups that are affected by Down syndrome. And I have a good friend whose brother is a Down syndrome, and he is one of the most precious people you'll ever meet. And he actually gets to go and do Special Olympic stuff all over the Southeast, man, and you would think it's Christmas every day, you know, and it's such a wonderful thing to see. And so we have been blessed, and it's a blessing to bless others. So I'm glad we were able to do that. And I think I will end with that. That's all I have tonight. Thank you.
Ms. Bedwell?
Well, thank you. This is my next to the last meeting, so I'm gonna try to get part of my list done tonight, and then I will continue it for the next week, so, next time. But, now, the thing that I was thinking about as we sit here and listen to each other, and we think about everything in Rainbow City, the positive and the negatives. You know, I know better than to talk about that, because I would cry. You know, I love the city, and it's just a part of me. But I'm really excited about my next step, whatever that might be, where I might serve, what I might do. But I have enjoyed this very, very much. I've learned an awful lot, and I'm just very thankful to the Lord that He gave me the ability to be here and be a part of this. But the thing I would like to say, the most of all, is that the collective group of employees here at the city, every department, everything, elected ones as well, is that it takes the entire group to have such a successful city and such a wonderful place that people want to live. And we are all a part of that, and we've all been blessed to get to be here. But on the other hand, I would really just like to challenge people outside our walls here at City Hall that to be a part of things that are happening in a progressive city, to look into your city and to see what's happening and see where that you can serve and what you can do to help. And look at, there is always a negative side of everything. And when you look in the negative mirror, you're going to get negativity back. If you look at the positive, you're going to get positive back. So look in that mirror and be positive. And look at your city, the place that you live, the place that takes care of your children, the place that has a great police and fire. On every one of our agendas, there is always something that we are adding here as this position comes into play. We're adding something for our city and that will serve our residents here. And so that's not just one person, that's a group. It's the group inside here, but it's the group outside as well. So I would just encourage everybody to be a part of this wonderful progressive group and the things that are being accomplished here. And I just want to say that I have enjoyed my service, and I will do something else. And I might just be right outside the door with my list still.
There's no doubt about that.
But thank y'all.
Yeah, we're waiting. I feel like that list is probably gonna go to a second page. She keeps it on one page right now, thank goodness, but we appreciate all that Anita's done for this city, no doubt, and we'll continue to celebrate her over the next few weeks. Saturday, October 25th, we have our Rainbow Festival, our Boo Festival, which is, our chance to celebrate our kids and bring them out and allow them to enjoy a movie night, food trucks and treats at Vivian Lee Maddox Park. And we're planning some really, really cool things for them, and we appreciate Philip and his crew that are heading that up. If you've got a church, a Sunday school class, a community group, reach out and come and be one of our people that has a trunk. We kind of set up a trunk or treat, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, when does it start? What time?
It starts at 5 o'clock, is that right?
That is
Yeah,
correct.
we start at 5 o'clock.
You want to be there early to start setting up, you can
Yep.
start setting up
Yep.
3:30 forward. But
Yep.
the actual trick or treat will start at 5, yes, sir.
Yeah, we'll start our trick-or-treaters to start coming through and parking at 5 o'clock, and then we'll move them down on our trail. It allows for the kids to kind of go into that little kind of dark, spooky area, you know, and the churches and all set up down there and give them treats and play games and just have a really, really good community night. That night, we also will be having baseball down there, so it's a chance for us to not only showcase our community event, but also for you to go down and see the renovation and refurbishment of Vivian Lee Maddox Park. I had somebody make a comment, I think it was Diane Stewart that made the comment that Vivian Maddox would be thrilled to know that her legacy lives on in that park. No doubt about that. And, you know, some of those fields had been named after the different kind of legends of recreational baseball around here, and those fields will go back to those same names. So we're working the details out to, you know, to have plaques or have signage to make sure that we honor the people that went before us. We're not in any way trying to take credit for this renovation. It just happened while we're here. And I do have to say I'm thrilled about that I got a chance to see this thing take shape. And I appreciate not only the people, the vendors that came to bear and kept this thing absolutely on a schedule so far, which is kind of rare when you're dealing with contracting and weather and municipal and government work at the same time. But we appreciate Philip and his crew being down there and being flexible and in helping us. Also with our street department, because they ended up being a big part of the transportation of aggregate for this renovation, and it saved this city hundreds of thousands of dollars because we were able to engage our street department and use the equipment that we already have on site to move aggregate and material. That means so much for us to know that we've got a group of people down there under the leadership of Brent and Cody getting that job done for us, and I can't thank them enough. Thursday at 3 o'clock, like it's already been mentioned, at Southside Baptist, it'll be the funeral for Jerry from Jerry's Pharmacy. Everybody knows Jerry, and he was just such a bright, shining star, especially in that Alabama City area, but all over this county, and we appreciate him. And that's all I've got, and I'd entertain them. Oh, yeah, I got to plug our T-shirts. Everybody knows that October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and we have T-shirts. That one right there won't fit me.
No, it will not.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Jameson.
That won't even fit Jameson.
No, that one won't fit Jameson. That wouldn't fit Jameson when he started this job, when he was 12. But this is our T-shirt. They're for sale in our revenue department for $20. And this was an idea and the brainchild of Katie and Vicky, two of our employees that are survivors. And it just thrilled us to death to be able to become a partner with them. And in the next few days and weeks, we're going to bring a pink fire truck down here for any survivors in the area. And we'll make an announcement for that so that you can come out and sign as a survivor or as a person that's going through your battle right now. And we would appreciate that. $20 for our shirts, and we really need to put those things out so that people can see that this is the month that we celebrate breast cancer awareness and the victory that people can have in that. It's changed over the last few years. And, you know, in my lifetime, that was a death sentence. It's no longer a death sentence. And we need to celebrate that. And with that, I'd entertain a motion that we adjourn. Thank you. Thank you for being here.